Now, the New Patriotic Party is demanding that President Mahama speaks on the $100,000 Ford Expedition car gift given to him by a Burkinabe contractor. The NPP said the president's long silence on the matter is worrying.
President Mahama has come under intense public bashing for accepting a car gift worth $100,000 from a Burkinabe contractor, Jibril Kanazoe. Though government confirmed the acceptance of the gift, it indicated the president had not used it and that it was added to the pool of state vehicles. At a news conference in Accra, acting national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, NPP, Freddie Blay, said the president's conduct violates the country's constitution.
The president's stance, as evidence in the arrogant attitude of his ministers and staffers on this issue, is demoralizing to the many honest men and women in public life who are doing their best under difficult circumstances to uphold ethical values in our dear country.
The party is also requesting for a parliamentary probe into all contracts awarded the contractor.
The president, who is personally and directly involved in this bribery allegation, has thus far refused to speak or has not yet spoken on the matter, choosing instead to let his paid spokesperson. Our message is simple to His Excellency, the President. And the message is, Mr. President, please speak on your own behalf and in your own defense.
Well, the president has been speaking. He has described the allegations of corruption being leveled against his personality as baseless. He says the opposition should rather resort to constitutional means instead of maligning his personality. The president was reacting to speculations that he took bribe in the form of a car from a Burkinabe contractor.
I believe I have indulged in corruption. You have the constitutional means to do what you want to do. But when you make baseless rumors and accusations, it won't win you the presidency. The people of Ghana are discerning, and I believe that come November 7th, they will make their decision. But I'm convinced, by the grace of the Almighty God, Inshallah, Ghanaians have seen the work we have done, and they know that giving the opportunity, we shall do even more than that.
Right, let's do some analysis on this. We have been joined on the telephone lines now by co-chair of the Citizens Movement Against Corruption, Edem Senanu. Good evening, sir, and thank you for joining us.
Thank you too.
Now, the president has spoken. He has offered a respite. He's asking those who are making the allegations of bribery against him to resort to constitutional means. You should be relieved.
Well, it's a good start. We commend the president for taking a step to speak up on this issue, and also to say that we are expecting much more. We're expecting much more because there are specifics of this case that ought to still be spoken to give the public and all of us clarity. We're excited that this is a president who has said he's committed against.
So what specifics, if I may ask, are you referring to?
For example, ordinarily one would have expected that there was a formal, as it were, donation of the gift to Ghana, and that would have been put in the public domain with details of the car, its registration, etc. As it is, the reportage has shown that we are not sure is the car registered or not. It is said to be in the state pool. Some more detail on what that whole process involved and how it has been formalized as part of state protocol cars, etc., would be very helpful. Again, if you consider that the Public Accounts Committee had made a recommendation, which was the initial source of this whole Hulabalu about an investigation into the $650,000 Burkina Faso war. Would like to hear our president specifically endorse the need for this investigation and for full disclosure on what has happened so that the people of Ghana know that systems work. Again, it appears that successive governments have not yet understood the concept of conflict of interest. In the era of His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, we had the case of the car gift from Eddie Annan of Masai, whilst he was also engaged in procurement issues with the government. In the era of His Excellency John Kufuor, we had the issue of the house renovation, and then the farmer who then donated some money, which was also considered a conflict of interest. And now we have His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. We would like our president to, as it were, tell us what is going to be done such that our state machinery and officials understand what it takes to prevent a conflict of interest situation. Otherwise, we are likely to have this occur again. And so we are anticipating and expecting more from His Excellency.
More, right. But Occupy Ghana, CPP Youth Wing, and lately, this evening, I'm hearing that the private citizen, they have all begun constitutional processes. They have filing, motions at the court, making appeals for charge at the Commission of Human Rights and Administrative Justice and all. Shouldn't the noise be sizzling down by now?
Well, I guess maybe it's how long it's taking for us to get a response, and we can't blame the president. I mean, he was bereaved. It's taken a while, and I think that what happened was without feedback from His Excellency, other processes began. I am glad he's opened himself up to whatever constitutional processes people want to follow. But I think that, honestly speaking, we should be moving ahead with better details on what happened.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily look at this as a bribe, but there are concerns that must be addressed so that Ghanaians know that government is taking us seriously and they are putting in place measures to make sure we don't have repetitions of these kinds of situations.
Right. Mr. Senanu, we're grateful. Thanks very much for joining us. Mr. Adam Senanu is co-chair of the Citizens Movement Against Corruption. You're still watching News at 10 live on TV3.